Hello coloring friends, today I want to show you my all completed coloring pages from the months of September, October and November. September was quite a productive month for me, but after that, when I got kittens, October and November were not that productive, but still I managed to color some pictures. Some of my completed pages you could have already seen, and some works you haven't. And let me start from the printed illustrations. Recently I got to love coloring on printed pages, and so there are quite a lot of this type of pictures. And let me start from this one by Claudia Maralunda, from her book Sensational Wonder Women. This girl I called Autumn Lady because she's in such autumny colors. Not too bright, I mean not my usual brightness. I use not typical for me colors for this girl, but I like it. Mostly everything done with pencils, but I believe for hair I used aqua markers at first, and for her skin marker as a base layer. This illustration I colored in November, so you haven't seen it, and it's from Katrina Schatz's coloring book Mirror Mirror that you can find on Etsy. I like her idea with mirrors, when a girl looks in mirror and the mirror reflects something different from the reality. Like on this picture, like rather office girl, modern, but the mirror reflects the her real inner soul. Like she's a wild creature, would prefer to live in jungles with tigers, and have long hair, something like this. This part with mirror reflection I enjoyed coloring very much. This part not that much, but okay. On the whole, I like how the picture turned out. I like how the tiger looks, and the girl. I used mostly colored pencils, at some places aqua markers as a base layer. This one was for my previous monthly color long, Poor Yorick, and I colored this mermaid. This is by Жанна Prosvirina, and the background was very gray scaled, and I was not sure, I was in doubt how it will work with colored pencils, but it turned out quite well. I used Faber-Castell polychromas, and they covered that gray part perfectly. I really loved the theme of this illustration and I like how it turned out when colored. Again, everything done with pencils except some of white gel pen. This one was for my November color long bodies. It's from Serenaya by Christine McAllister. And also I used this illustration to color, to complete one of Sammy's coloring checklist prompts, to color unusual skin tone. And as you can see, this guy has like greenish skin. It looks a little bit paler on camera than it is in reality. In reality he's even more greenish. Again, I used color pencils here, yeah, for all the illustration, and little bit of white gel pen. This picture is from Renaissance coloring book by Chintaka Herat, and I colored it from the prompt garden. It is like Eden garden, Adam and Eve. I liked this picture, not only like a Bible story, but a love story, and that's why I like it. Again, color pencils, and for the skin, markers as a base layer. This one, Mandy Manzano, Jasmine, Aladdin. I was not sure whether I like to color Disney kind of pictures, but I did enjoy it. It was easy coloring, rather quick, and it had fun, and I like how it looks at the end. This one again I colored in November, and it was for another prompt from Samy's coloring checklist challenge. This was to color blooming or flowers, and this picture is even called Blossoming Maiden. So there's a lot of blooming flowers, and the maiden herself is blooming. So I thought it would go for that prompt. This is Vishan Ong Enamored coloring book. Here I used markers, aqua markers, a lot of white gel pen and pencils, of course. Another illustration by Vishan Ong. This is from Starry Night, I believe. Fairy, I think she is. I wanted to make her hair like a little bit different, and even her eyebrows I did in blue. I like this type of illustration because you can try whatever you want, even blue eyebrows. Again, mostly aqua markers, some markers and pencils. This one from Anastasia Elikoldeva, Mermaid Legends, first edition. This little mermaid in her playing room, I believe. A lot of bright colors, a lot of fine liners, because there is a lot of very small details. This was for my Africa color along, and this is illustration by Lika Landell, African Princess. I like her illustrations, very cute and pretty. The only thing, it was for the first time that I tried to color this type of drawn face, you know, not like realistic one, but kind of cartoonish, right? Not that I'm quite happy with how the face of the girl turned out, but I think for the first time it's okay. Maybe the next time I will do better, I hope. Again, everything done with pencils. Another illustration for the African color along. This is by Don Davidson. Really love this picture, so beautiful. And I had to color a line and a cube line, not cube, cup. Okay, little line. I think the line turned out not so bad, and I like how the girl turned out, her skin tone and her jewelry. On the whole, I'm very happy with this picture. And the last from my printed pages is this one. It's by Cheryl Lafont, whimsical coloring book. She's fairy, or maybe some forest princess, or maybe some river princess, I don't know. Again, some magical illustration where you can use whatever colors. Again, colored pencils. I'm quite happy with my printed illustrations. So now the books. Gods and Beasts by Adam Fisher. Really love this book, and I colored 2 pages in autumn. One is this Pegasus. I wanted to use not typical for Pegasus colors, reddish, yellowish, oranges like this, and I like how he turned out. And the second one, with this one I'm not that happy with this guy, but he himself is kind of ugly and I was not that much inspired to color him, I don't know, in more interesting way. I imagine him just being like that, everything green except his hair and this nose part. The next illustration is from Queens of Poland by Christina Nowak. Oh, I really love this book. I really love these ladies in this book. I wish I could color more often in it. And my first page completed in this book was this one, Barbara Radziwill. Again, I'm quite happy how she turned out. The frame and this black background I colored with black colored pencils, and in reality you can see like white spots, and it looks like old canvas. That's the effect I wanted. This illustration was colored in November, and again I did it for same as coloring checklist challenge. I decided before I used to do this challenge in order, but now I just do rather according to my mood. I choose the prompt that I feel like coloring at the moment, and there was prompt color culture. And this is my new Nepali coloring book, Festivals of Nepal. I got it rather recently, and this is my second Nepali coloring book, and I like this one much better than the first one. There is description of festivals, and illustrations are from different, look at this, artists, so different style. Look, very beautiful. So I'm really was pleased to have this book. And for color culture I colored this one of Nepal's festivals, Brother Sisters Day, and she's giving him like blessing using 7 colors, and each color symbolizes some wish, you know. And so I used 7 colors too for the background to make it that bright and colorful. It was easy coloring and fun. Then 3 books with patterns, not too much, for 3 months only 3 patterns. I don't color patterns that often. The first one is the mindfulness. It was, I think, for my weekly theme, color pattern. That's what I did. Then this one was from Samis, color a page from one of your first coloring books. That was it. Nothing special. In such type of illustrations, the main thing is to choose a beautiful color combination, and that's all. It will look pretty. And this one from Million Cats by Lulu Maya, it was colored in November, and again for Sammy's coloring checklist challenge, color a page by an illustrator with the name starting from M, Mayo, right? But I chose a page with no cats, you know. The book is Million Cats and there are cats on every page, but on this page there are no cats. I colored it in simple way, but it looks kind of Christmassy, don't you think? Like this Christmas tree decorations. Looks like that for me. Another completed work is from Japanese coloring book, Heian Picture Scrolls. Maybe some of you remember this double spread. It took me quite some time to finish because of a lot of small details on each page. Of course, everything done with fine liners mostly and Staedtler water-based markers. And then I googled and found these Japanese words. I think this is autumn and spring, because the colors I chosen from here, like it was customary to wear in Japan at that time these color combinations depending on season. Star Rain by Polina Guskova. Here I completed this page. This Galaxy Girl. That was for Sammy's Challenge 2 to color Galaxy. This page is not one of my favorite in this book, so maybe if not for Sammy's Challenge I would have not colored it, but now it's finished. A Game of Thrones coloring book, and here I colored this guy, Dario Naharis. Someone wrote in comments on Instagram like this guy looks like hot red pepper. Maybe he is. I imagine him like that, you know, wearing these bright colors, and maybe someone thinks it's too bright for a guy, but this character I imagine like this, and I like how he looks. That was my vision, done mostly with pencils, and I remember I used Derwent Graphite Tint and Derwent watercolor pencils for the background. And the last completed page for today is from this Korean coloring book, Girls from Around the World, and this is it, this Mexican girl. This page I colored earlier, and then I finished this one. I decided this type of illustrations to leave with white background to make it look like fashion illustration. And the pages with portraits, I will do backgrounds only on portraits pages. Lovely book, really love it. So that were my illustrations for 3 months. I think that was that was quite a lot even for me, and I'm quite satisfied. And what was your favorite pages from this bunch? I would be interested to know. And that was all for today. Thank you. See you later. Bye.